Community members of Gulf Road Residents Association has raised an alarm over the looming health hazard of a gas plant situated in the area. The gas plant is owned by Mr. Okechukwu Onwuka, the MD, CEO of Epcm Engineers. Here is what they had to say.
Residents of this community, our community is Gulf Road, Lakwe Phase 2, Ibejuleku local government. The reason for inviting the press is to show you the danger that we face as a community in this area. The activity of Epcm engineers has become like a lot of concern to all of us here. And of course, if you look at what you have captured, you'll have seen that there are a whole lot of gas flaring, fabrication, gas plant drilling and all of that you have here. Of course, the problem that we have is that this is a residential area, but the activity is industrial. And of course, by the time you have this thing in a residential environment, then there's no peace. We cannot sleep. The noise is deafening, and they work all through the day and all through the night. Our children they can't sleep, unfortunately. And of course, you can see, they work in the night, they work in the day. We have been battling this in the last 3 years. We've written a whole lot of letters to all of the government agencies, NASEPA, Ministry of Environment, Ministry of Physical Planning. We've written all of the letters. A couple of them are visited, but unfortunately, at the end of the day, nothing happens. And as a community, we are suffering. As a community, we don't even know how our health issue was. There was a time we met with the owners, Epcm engineers. We met with them, the leadership, and then we told them that we cannot complete to contain all of this that they are doing, including vibration to our buildings, because they also operate a heavy industrial interlocking machine. And the guy said no, he would do a whole lot of things, which he didn't. But what the community is asking for, and why we have invited the press, is that we do not want this thing in our community. This is a residential area. It's not an industrial area. We are suffering a lot. And we know that, of course, we have a government in Lagos. Can anybody, having viewed this video, can anybody say that they want this kind of thing in their environment, next to their building? And then we see that, the comfort is there. Everybody has built his house just to have comfort, but we have not had comfort in the last 3 years. So we want to appeal to the Lagos State government. We have a government, we have a responsible government, and there's no government that will leave us to suffer in this manner. We don't have all of the resources that he had in terms of managing the government agencies. If we allow this guy to go the way he's going, by the time the danger or the risk occurred, everybody will say, why didn't you make a recourse to government? And that's why we are making the current government of Sanwo-Olu is a responsible government, and it's a government that listens to the cries of the people. We are crying to you. As I speak, this is in the night, and these Epcm engineers are busy working. Our children cannot sleep. All of the residents cannot sleep because the noise is deafening. Please help us in this environment. Nobody is saying that he should abdicate his land, but the land is for residential. It's not for industrial. There's no way you have all of these things in a residential environment, and you think that those residents will be having a good time.
Those watching or listening online, those watching or listening on radio or television or by any other means of communication. This is greeting from a very, very disturbed heart. This is a residential area. As you can see from the pictures, well built up residential area. Everybody knows Gulf Road in Lakwe Phase 2. You can even go to the Ministry of Land and find out. It's a residential area. How can you have in a residential area like this, where they are producing gas tank, gas plants, all manner of radiation? I have an old mother that is over 85. She can't stay in my house. She had to leave because of the noise. These people work day and night. And of course, the noise in the night everywhere is quiet, and they are welding and fabricating. Heavy duty. See the pictures for yourself. That's why we're mentioning the area. It's not a hearsay. Anybody can come and see for themselves what is going on here. This is to say it's a disaster, is to say the least. It's a disaster waiting to happen. We hear of what have happened in the different parts of Lagos, explosions here and there. This is what we can even see from across our fence, from our house. We are just even looking from our house into the compound. We don't even know the extent of what is going on. But from what you can see from our house, individual houses, it's alarming, it's scaring. I have children who wake up every day and ask me, Daddy, what is this? And every day it's getting worse. It's no longer a news. We have been on this thing for over 3 years. There's something called environmental impact analysis. Whoever asked them to give us, they call the bluff. Everybody's suffering. It's just that nobody can talk because people are even afraid of their life. At some point, some of us have been threatened. So people can't talk. As you can see now, I'm afraid to show my face because I don't have police to guide me. The drainage system has been walled off by this company. When it rains, we know there is flood in Lagos, but this one can carry human being. The 2 years ago rain carried a child of 4 years in this place. My car, Toyota Corolla, was the water swallowed the car. We are begging the government agencies responsible for these things, come and see for yourself and report to the public if we are just fabricating this thing. We are begging our action governor, Sowolu, please come to our rescue. We are crying now at Lagosian. We don't want anybody to come and give us condolence visit. Come and rescue us now before the condolence visit. One of these tanks here explode. Who will survive here? Just one. We have more than 20 chemical plants here. You can see from that picture, those that are taller than a story building. This is inside a residential area. Please, we are begging on Lagosians, people of goodwill, come to our rescue. Thank you very much.